Hi, I'm here to do a haul because it is that time of year when Brisbane hosts the Lifeline Bookfest, and I always go. It's twice a year and it is the cheapest books get, and I always go a little bit insane, but I'm like totally not ashamed of this. This haul is fairly restrained considering some past years. Pretty much most of my books have been bought through the Lifeline Bookfest. I love going there. It's such a great environment and all the money goes to a charity that I love to support. So I better get started because there are quite a few books. I'm not going to be doing like descriptions or anything because some of the books I don't know descriptions of, and also because there's just so many, I just like to get through them. This is kind of in three categories. Incidentally, I didn't make these up. The first category is everything else, which is a weird way to start, but let's just go with it. So the first book I have to show you is Dragonflight by Anne McCaffrey. I was with my friend Adrian. She came with me to buy some books, and she'd heard about this book and this series, which is fairly popular, I guess. And she said it's about time-traveling dragons, and she kind of wanted to read it but didn't want to buy it, so I was like, well, if I get it then we can both read it. Win. The next book I didn't actually buy for myself, but it's mine, but it's not for me, but you know, I bought it for someone else, but I want to read it too eventually. And that book is The Surgeon by Tess Gerritsen. My sister was at the book fest for a short amount of time, but she had to go because she had other things on that day, and she was looking for this book and she couldn't find it, and I eventually, because I spent more time there, found it and was like, it's only $2.50, may as well get it for her. This is the first book in the Rosalian Isles series and we both want to start this, and I'm pretty excited for it. The next book I was super excited to find. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is here. I'll just show it to you. It is Identical by Ellen Hopkins. It's so shiny. It is in pretty good nick, and it was in the $2.50 section, and just, so excited. Next book was one of the ones I kind of snatched as I was heading out. I was like, oh yeah, I know that guy, let's get a book from him. And that is Dead Air by Ian Banks. I've read his science fiction stuff, and I do want to read his literary stuff. I just, don't even know what it's about. Just books. Next one, also awesome find. Oh god, I had so many great finds. And that was The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. That is a mouthful, and I'm so excited to have this. Okay, I'm being a bit weird, but I'm just... Lifeline Bookfest haul is a great haul, and I love doing this. The next one, I don't know whose channel I saw this on, but I know it was ages ago, and it's just kind of stuck in my head. I just can't remember who, but yeah. And that book is Nervous Conditions by... I'm gonna butcher this. Sitsi Dangaremba? Oh god, I'm really sorry. I'm trying. There. That's the yeah, I've heard good things about this book and I was actually really excited to find this. I got it in the cheaper section and it's in perfect condition and just excited. The next one I got because I borrowed it off a friend earlier last year and I don't have my own copy and I wanted my friend to read it, and I'm just like, well, I'll get it and I can own it and then I can reread it and she can read it, and just, yeah. And that book is Fantasy Lover by Sherilyn Kenyon. This is fantastic. Yes, it has started me on the Dark Hunter books. They are fantastic. This is a standalone. It's kind of in the series. Just fantastic. Read it. Next book, oh my god, so excited, much wow, cool. The Crane Wife by Patrick Ness. Patrick frickin' Ness! So excited. I know, I'm so weird. It's in great condition. So much excited. I love Patrick Ness. Okay, the next book is literally the best book I found. There's always one book in the book fest that I get. There's always the book that I'm most happy that I found. This one, I did like a little jump. I probably like freaked some people out around me because I was like, oh my god, yes! Whoa, I did not expect to find it. Okay, now that the hype is over, I will tell you what the book is. Actually, I will show you, and that book is Only Revolutions by Mark C. Danielewski. Holy mother. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's this way or this way. Pick your side. I don't know how to read this book. It's confusing. I'm excited. We're on to the next category, which is classics. I always like to stock up on classics when I go to Lifeline Bookfest because there's great editions. And I love some great editions of classics. So the first one I have here is a 2-volume bind-up of Tom Jones by Henry Fielding. Yes, have no idea what this is about. This is 1700 literature. Yeah! The next one I have is a folio edition. Yes, I now own one. It is old, it is obscure, it is awesome. It is Anton Chekhov short stories. Yes, very excited. Love me some Russian literature. Yeah. The next one we have is Frenchman's Creek by Daphne du Maurier. Probably said that wrong. Let's get on. The next one, Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray. It's a big one. The text is tiny and I'm gonna go blind reading it. Yay! The next one I have is Valette by Charlotte Bronte. Yes, I do want to read more of the Brontes. I've only read Jane Eyre and loved it, so more coming. The next book I have is The Mill on the Floss by George Eliot. I do love that these match, and I have more of these editions, so I have more matching ones. Yay! For matching editions! I love me some matching editions, yeah. I actually have 2 more books that match, not the ones before, but these match on their own. Yay, starting new collections! And this is these 2. The first one is Fanny Hill by John Cleland. The next one is Moll Flanders by Daniel Defoe. Yeah, for the really old literature. Let's get to it. Woo! The last classic I have, I was really excited to find in such a great nick, and it has illustrations, and yes, illustrations are a complete win for me. Yes, we have A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I love Dickens, even though I've only read Bleak House and a little bit of Great Expectations. I love his writing. I want to read this so soon. Sometime. More Dickens in my life is necessary. The last category is The Vampire Chronicles. If you watched my last video, you know that I absolutely loved Interview with the Vampire. So I went out and I bought all the sequels that I could find, which is pretty much everything that was out. At the moment. I can't actually access Anne Rice's mind for future books, but if I could, I probably would, just so I could like have them ready. Okay, I do not know the order that they're in, so I'm just gonna shove them in your face and you're gonna see them in their physical glory. Yeah! We have The Vampire Lestat, Pandora, Diderot the Vampire, Memnoch the Devil, Blackwood Farm, The Tale of the Body Thief, The Queen of the Damned, Blood Canticle, Merrick, which has an awesome cover. The next awesome cover is The Vampire Almond, Blood and Gold. Oh, awesome cover. They're so weird. I love it. And the last book, which I was so happy to find because it is the newest release and it is in perfect condition. So much excite. Yes. Oh my god. Okay, so we have Prince Lestat, which is, yes, again, perfect condition. It still literally has the price tag on it. For $33 I scored. I got it for like $5. Yeah. And that is all.